This is part 2 on doing your homework to set the price right. So how do you go about finding the value of your property? If you live in a subdivision, you have a distinctive advantage. If your home is comprised of similar or identical floor plans as other properties built in the same area and in the same time period, you simply need to look at recent sales in your neighborhood to give you a good idea of what your home might be worth. I would encourage you to look at sources such as the county assessor's website to find out what property sold for, and other sites like Zillow. But as we address in another video, these sites are seldom accurate and do have some inherent problems. However, and let me really stress this, a good source is not your neighbor after they sell their home and you ask them what they sold their home for. I know they're going to answer and say something like, well, we got our price. And you interpret this as they got what they were asking, but that's not what they said. They said they got their price. They got what they agreed to sell it for, not what they were asking for it, and very rarely do they really get that. So I would encourage you to look at the hard data that the assessor has available on sales in your area. Now, if you live in an older neighborhood, some different strategies apply. As neighborhoods change over time, each home may be different in minor or substantial ways. And because of this, you'll probably find that there aren't many homes that are truly comparable to your own. The county assessor information may be helpful, but it's really here that you want the services of a qualified real estate professional and the information found in the multiple listing service. Those can be extremely helpful. Now, regardless of what your situation is, you really only want to look at properties that have sold within the past 6 months. And you also want to study what your competition is. Look extensively at other properties on the market for sale currently in your area. These are your competition. You absolutely must know what you are up against. And one final thought, and I do coach our sellers with this thought. As you're studying values of properties, don't get too excited about what properties are on the market for and price your home for sale based on the asking prices of current listed properties. You must base your values on what properties have sold for. I call homes on the market fantasy land, because that's what people wish they can get for their properties. What properties actually sell for is reality land. Ultimately, everyone who sells a property ends up in reality land. Some get there quicker than others, and some get there with a whole lot less pain. So by doing your homework and pricing your property correctly, you will save thousands of dollars, countless hours of stress and worry, and you're going to minimize the aggravation of selling your home. So do your homework. Price it right to begin with. You will be really glad you did. Please be sure to watch, like, and share these resources and tools. And of course, let us know how we can best help you.